up, nothing yet. I'm no fucking stupid. Okay, hold up. Logo, overlay, video clips, background. Rounded. Change that color to purple. Custom. And
I
then
was gonna tell him I'll go to New Orleans with him.
I know, right? Okay, and then add a oopsie, add a ticker, primary ticker. Oopsie. Drunken ramblings. All my opinion. Fact check. Fair use. Blah, blah, blah. Create. Turn that shit on. Okay. Now we'll just see what the frig happens.
Okay.
Because I can't curse out here.
Why?
Because if I ever want to monetize myself and they see all these cursey words, then
Oh, this is gonna be very fucking entertaining to watch you try not to fucking curse.
nope, I'm not gonna curse.
It ain't gonna happen, Michelle.
You don't think so?
I don't think you can do it. You might be able to do it sober, but after you start drinking, there's no fucking
I
way.
have to get through the first.
See?
What are you saying? You guys have like no confidence in me whatsoever.
None. I have much confidence in much of your ability, but not this.
Not this. So, it's me. It's my name's on the screen, so I don't have to tell you who the frig I am. But this is my first one. I don't have a bra on, and I'm wearing tie-dye, and I hate the way I look in this dress, but I don't know, like, after, like, I have one more of these, I probably won't care how I look. I did put makeup on for you hookers. If any hookers come.
No cursing at all.
No cursing.
Here we go.
I'm not going to curse.
You realize that the hooker comment is just as bad as cursing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
To
not.
an advertiser, it certainly is.
Hooker is bad?
Yeah! This is going to be fantastic. I love this already.
It's not. What if it would be worse if I said the W word, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Well, there.
But it's just as bad.
No, it's not as bad. Let me. It's
Michelle,
not.
It is. It is.
You guys are no fun.
It's not me. I don't
It is
care.
you.
Call everybody a hooker if you want to.
Well, I
don't
pretty much
care.
do.
I'm just telling you that an advertiser is not gonna be like,
They
oh,
say
yeah,
hooker.
that's fine.
They say hooker on NBC. They do.
Yeah, they do.
And they still get advertisement.
In SVU, the bad guys say it. The bad guys, Michelle. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun.
No, I can't now because I'm live. So you don't think Ballora says I can't cuss, or I can't. Well, I will cuss. That's really what I'm trying to say. I think I'm gonna be okay. I think that I will be just fine.
Okay.
I have great faith in my ability not to swear. Look at Prince said, if he can stop swearing, everybody can stop swearing. And he's my spirit animal. No, he's my family. David Bowie's my spirit animal. That lady Erin, EKC, people suck.
Mm-hmm.
When I posted on YouTube or Twitter today about the houses with the zoos in them,
Mm-hmm.
and she wanted to know if they had otter enclosures. I was like, they said they had primate enclosures. I'm sure you could turn one into an otter enclosure. I don't know why
Wow.
you would want an otter enclosure. It would be so much better if I could play music while I was out here, but I can't because
Yeah.
copyright infringement. But just pretend like hair metal is playing back there in the background. Just pretend. It's always playing in my head. It's like a constant loop of hair metal in my head. It's Bob. Hey. Hey.
What's happening?
I'm live.
I know, I'm watching.
Are you? I could have just brought you on.
It's like there's a lady watching you and talking to you on the phone.
I know now these people have to hear that. Well, all these people, you're the only one hearing it.
I can't type anything.
Why?
I don't know, it doesn't give me a place to type anything.
Are you watching it on YouTube? Are you watching it on Facebook?
YouTube.
You should be able. Well, I can't do it. See if you can go out and comment on YouTube.
Okay.
There's 2 people. Because Rob did it the other night. Rob was able to put.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get this off speaker. That's crazy. Let me see if I can put something out on Live Life Whimsically. Because that's where I'm going live from, is there.
There you are. Alright. You type.
I do. Oh, there's mine. I just saw mine from Live Life Whimsically.
Did you see mine?
No, not yet. Yep. There, Ballora just, or Ballora, Michelle just sent me one. I guess you have, yeah, you have to, it's almost like, it's like creating a page on Facebook, you know, the same thing. Okay. Yep, I don't know. I'll have to look at it when I come. All right. I better go so I can entertain my minions. Okay, I love you too. Bye. Huh? What? You're going to Chris's tomorrow? Well, yeah, it's good for you to let me know. I'll be up there. Okay. All right. Love you. Bye. I don't know. I guess he doesn't have a channel, so he can't comment. That's why.
That shouldn't matter. If you can see it, you should be able to comment.
He says it takes him right back to the home page whenever he tries.
Maybe he has to log in. You know, maybe it's like requiring him to log in. Or
Yeah,
something.
I don't know. So, back to what I was saying. I'm trying not to curse tonight because I want to get monetized. And oh yeah, we were talking about Erin and the enclosure for the monkey thing.
Yes.
She's one. I don't. Why would you want otters?
Oh, didn't she ask you?
No, she said did it have an otter enclosure?
Yeah.
Well, why would you? Otters would be. They could probably be in that big sinkhole,
Yeah.
the underground spring that goes to the Gulf of Mexico.
There's a unique underground cave on the property. That's a sinkhole.
There was like a million sinkholes up there. We opened up the subsidence map, which is what tells you about the sinkholes. That's what a subsidence map is. It shows you all the sinkholes, and they were colored in blue. And as soon as I hit that button, there was like a million sinkholes up there. I wouldn't live there. And it was $1.5 million too. And the house was this jank ass 1970s house with all of this giant furniture. It was the biggest furniture I ever saw, which really means that the rooms are really big and spacious. But man, and the floors were the same color as the ceiling. Or the ceiling was the same color as the floors, whichever. Brown. They were brown. You know what's weird is like when I did the test thing on Facebook, it didn't tell me who it is. But you went out from YouTube and said that, and it has your name there. Mm-hmm. That's so weird to me. Test author otter AUTOR. The hell is an otter? Oh, does that count as cussing? Hell is in the Bible, so I don't think that should be considered cursing.
This is going to be so entertaining to watch you try to do this. So entertaining.
Considering every other word is usually F this, F that.
Were you live already when we had the discussion about your favorite word to use? The H word.
H? Oh, hooker? Yeah. Hooker is not a dirty word. Hooker could mean that you like to hook rugs or something.
Yeah, sure.
The rug
Sure.
hooking.
Uh-huh.
I think that's what I meant.
I'm sure advertisers will love that.
They're hookers. They're doing those hook rugs. They get paid a lot of money for their skills. You beige need to come up here. Look at beige. Beige. I didn't say the other word. I said beige. I feel bad for my friend. I wish I could come up with a nice way to make them feel better. I'll have to tell Bob all about that when I see him. I can't stop chewing my fingers. I keep picking at my skin. When I go home and put nails on, it's gonna hurt like a MFer. It really is. I should have told Bob what Steven said. Can you just bring the 2 dresser drawers with you when you come this weekend? And then I could sort through my clothes for my trip. I'm going to Missouri, kids. Next week. Did you go get your Atkins stuff? Mm-hmm. What's in the little solid or aluminum foil thing?
Nothing you want to know about.
I want to know what it is.
You don't want to know what
I
it
do
is.
want to know what it is.
You don't want to know what
Tell
it
me
is.
what it is. Is it a Pop-Tart?
It's a pop.
Hooker!
Do you want a pop?
This beige. No! I don't want a Pop-Tart.
Probably wants a pop tart.
I ain't eating that.
Nope.
Tomorrow's my cheat day. Besides, I have finger skin to eat here.
Oh. with a cannibal.
Only on my own self. That I don't like to eat anybody else. Well, that's not entirely true, but you know.
It's like, that's okay. I like cannibals.
She likes everything.
They drop scraps.
Did it rain? Because it said it was gonna.
It did not rain.
What are you bitches doing? How come nobody's talking to me? I swear. I can entertain my own self. I could entertain myself way better if I had the hair metal, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
But does music play in your head all the time like it does in mine?
Not all the time, but sometimes.
I've had that LA Guns Never Enough song stuck in my head for like 3 weeks now. I can't get it out of there, and it doesn't matter how many times I listen to it. It just keeps playing like on a loop. With a crystal ball. Elbow cough. Yeah, for real. That's what it was. It wasn't a cough though. You know that, right? I'm gullible, so I don't know if you knew that wasn't a cough. I was like, at first it was the person that made that comment, elbow cough, was with a crystal ball, and I thought it was without a crystal ball, and I was like, yo, Katie Joy is up in my chat. That bitch would not come in my chat.
No.
Mm-mm. So I have all the things I need for a super constructive night on the table next to me.
Oh God.
I have some lip gloss. I've already taken my vitamins. An empty cup for which I should probably put some water in there. A hair tie for when my hair starts really bugging the shiz out of me. Ooh. That was close, kids! And some flea meds, because you never know when you might need those. Oh my gosh. I said I would do happy hour. It's almost like I'm at a bar without having to drive. It's kind of cool. In my own house. Well, it's really... Oh, look how I called your house my house.
Yeah, that's alright.
That's called sympathetic magic, kids. I like this lip gloss. Have you ever used Buxom before?
Mm-mm.
It's...
Does it sting your mouth?
Well, it's supposed to be a plumping lip
Yeah.
gloss.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it stings your mouth.
A little. It kind of feels good. And it also makes your breath better.
Okay.
Well, it does. Because it's kind of minty when you...
Mm-hmm. Why do you like your food to be painful?
That lets a lot of endorphins go in your brain.
Yeah, you that's why you cannot eat a piece of food that is not
Got some kind of
some
Frank's
kind of
Red Hot sauce
spicy-
or shiz on there.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is difficult. Because my father put me in a freaking high chair, and gave me hot stuff to eat.
So he addicted you to endorphins early.
He did. The whole thing was my mom said it was because they like to eat spicy, and as they were weaning me off of the bottle, which it took until I was like age 7, they didn't want to wait to have to introduce the spice back into the food, so they just started giving it to me young. And so I was eating it in a high chair. It started with just black pepper.
No wonder you have stomach problems.
I don't think that's what... Spicy food doesn't give you stomach problems.
Okay.
It doesn't. I thought that ulcers were from, like, bacteria or viruses.
They are.
Well, then that has nothing to do with the food you eat.
Yeah, but it irritates your stomach lining, which allows those types of bacteria to form. It also increases your stomach acid, which can later
does.
lead to GERD and heartburn.
I think that it was trauma that caused my GERD and heartburn. I don't think it has anything to do with the food I eat because it doesn't ever
'Cause that
bother.
doesn't sound like an addict at all. Don't take my red hot chili
Look
peppers
at-
away from me.
I had to give up sugar. I cannot give up the spicy stuff either.
Don't take my jalapenos away.
H. pylori. What's H. pylori with a crystal ball?
That is the virus that causes.
Oh, thanks.
Ulcers.
That's what I thought. I thought there was something that did that. I'm sorry if my burping is bothering you, but see, I don't have a gallbladder, and the one thing that my surgeon told me when I left the surgery was you're not supposed to hold anything in that wants to come out. I do refuse to pass gas out of my behind in front of people, but I will burp because I don't care. I don't care. And I'm sorry if it bothers you. I really am. I guess I could mute my microphone, but then that means I better put my mouse up here so I could do that.
Holly will burp right in your face.
Holly will put her butt in your face. Look at, I wanted to say the other word, but I didn't. But, I mean, that could be donkey.
How long do you think this is gonna last, Holly? Do you think this is gonna last all night? I don't think it's gonna last all night.
With a crystal ball, do you do stuff? Do you go live on your channel too? Yep, she's from YouTube. No gallbladder, no uterus, no ovaries, and no boobs. Well, my tummy became my boobs after cancer. I feel ya. I'm sorry.
That sucks.
That really does suck. Yeah. I heard, I watched there was an Elton John documentary on YouTube or Amazon Prime. I put it on the other night. It's got to be a couple of years old because it was his farewell tour and he was talking about the release of his book. I guess it was a memoir, and also the movie Rocket Man. And he said that he was like the bionic woman or the $6 million man or whatever the non-binary version of that would be now. And he said that he didn't have a gallbladder, he said that he didn't have a thyroid, and he said he didn't have a prostate, so he was basically bionic because he didn't have all those parts. Were you near Sefner in Florida talking about sinkholes? No, this sinkhole was actually in Brooksville. There's a bunch of them up there. I was looking, I'm a real estate agent, and I was looking at expired listings today. I look at them every day, but there was like two of them up there. One that was $1.5 million, and it had, well, how many acres did I tell you that house had? Like 18?
No, it was like 14.
14 acres, and then a 2,200 square foot house that was kind of older, and huge rooms in the house, and it had basically had a zoo on it. I'm not even kidding you. It wasn't nothing inhabited, but it was it had just all these enclosures and stuff for animals, and then it talked about this underground, what did he call it, an underground cave that had water-filled underground cave?
Yeah, they called it a water-filled,
Underground cave that
Cave.
went out to the Gulf of Mexico.
which is a sinkhole.
Which is a sinkhole. So, you need property off of I-75, about 100 acres. What are you going to do with that? But it had all these enclosures, so many enclosures, and the land was kind of pretty, but most of, I don't even know how much of it, because the way that the property appraiser has the map up there, you can't really tell if, like in Pasco County, if you do the map and you put the FEMA layer on top of it, it turns blue up to where the land isn't affected by the water anymore. So you've got a boundary, and this just had little blue, I don't know, things all over it. So I'm thinking that the only place was right where the hole was that goes to the Gulf of Mexico. We have a terrible cave system all through Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess we're basically on top of just a bunch of aquifers.
Absolutely, I want a tarot card read.
Do you want a tarot card pulled for you with the crystal ball? Belora's sitting next to me. She just didn't want to be on camera tonight. She just wants to make fun of me while I try not to cuss. I have a ceramic shop, did until cancer, but living so gonna go back up. I am looking Dade City, Zephyr Hills, I-75 to 39. So how are you gonna pay for this? You gonna cash or you getting a mortgage? She does her own tarot card readings. That's groovy. So I guess you live here then. You can pull one for me, see if how successful I'm gonna be not cussing tonight.
I can't believe this. As you were saying that, I was pulling this card.
Yeah. This is the card I always get, the Magician. This is like, I want to get this tattooed on me. I get it so often.
All the time.
All the time. Yeah, that's gonna go somewhere.
Probably on this thigh. Yeah. You need more on this side.
I know.
So, yeah.
20 acres with 80 option. I have not for profit, and my husband has a GC company. What's a GC company? And I'm not sure if I understand correctly. Look at how I held that in for you. Have you been pre-qualified? Do you have cash? What are you doing? How are you paying for this? Those are very important things to know when we go looking. Oh, general contractor. Right on. My boyfriend is a master carpenter. Holly's tearing that ball up, man.
Yeah, she is.
Mom always said don't play ball in the house. I am still investigating picking an area. I can give you my my website. I'll put it out there. I have to look it up because that's how bad I am at it. It's terrible. Everybody says I need to be worried about all the people that will see who I am. And I'm like, everything's out on the interwebs anyway. Yep, I don't have nothing to hide because it's all out there. I've been sold out, put out. Everybody knows everything about me. I've had most of my secrets as soon as I got into real estate 15 years ago, 16 years ago. I had people sell me out to an entire company that I worked for about my private personal life. And it was kind of funny that they thought they were going to get me in trouble, but that didn't happen. I'm a notary too, so is Belora. Nice to meet you, Lori. Last week I went live on a Friday night and I told ghost stories. You were special and maybe this is kismet. Well, I think whenever I get to meet anybody new, it's special. So yes, it was kismet. I told ghost stories last week and I had a buttload of people up in the chat. And tonight, all these hookers ain't even out here. Not even looking at my stuff. Let me share this out on my regular feed. Oopsie. I wish I could listen to music. But, nope. YouTube gets a little snippy about that. And I still haven't cussed.
You've said hookers like 14 times.
Hooker is my go-to word tonight. To me, that's not cussing. In a second, I'm going to have to go refill, and then you guys are going to have to play Jeopardy music. I was really sad the other night. I realized after I drank like 20 of these that there were 2 carbs in them. I didn't drink 20. I might have drank 5. But I really didn't have very many carbs today. I didn't even eat them peppers.
Yeah.
And then I had a ham and eggs and cheese and heavy whipping cream. That's what was in that.
You didn't eat very much of that either.
Nope. So, and then I didn't snack either. I haven't had any of my chips. I figured after I was buzzed and I stopped drinking before I went to bed, I was going to probably want to eat something. So I decided that I would have
Your snack then.
my snack then, some more of that Publix chicken salad, which is only like 5 carbs for that entire container, which I won't be able to get through.
Mm-hmm.
And then tomorrow's my cheat day, so you gotta find DMCA copyright free. Yeah, I need to do that, and I also need to record my boyfriend playing his drum, and then I could have that in the background, just not real loud but low. And I could probably play some of my kid had a band a long time ago. It's a lot of screamo metal.
Oh God, that'll be fun.
But I could put that on in the background because I've got the CDs for that too. Because he wouldn't care about that because he doesn't do that anymore. I love the handle with a crystal ball. Do you go harass Katie Joy, or what do you do if you're still here? Because now it looks like no one's here, so I don't know. Which is okay with me because I'm about to go get another drink and then no one's going to see me. It's just going to be the empty chair and Zoe Robes sitting in there. So I can't believe you're like doing an Atkins shake and eating a Pop-Tart. Doesn't that seem counterproductive? You're like a little kid. For real, man. You talk about my addiction to cursey words and
peppers.
And peppers, but I'm gonna have an Atkins shake and this cherry Pop-Tart right now.
Mm-hmm.
This beige had an Atkins beige. That's what they said on Yvonne's World. Yep, beige. She's eating.
You can leave that out if you want, Patrick. I just put it under there.
She's doing an Atkins shake and eating Pop-Tarts.
Shut the fuck up.
Did you just cuss on my stream?
Oh shit! Sorry.
Hooker.
We're doing so good here, Patrick. So good.
I haven't said one cursey word. I have not.
That was all my fault. Sorry.
It was.
We can bleep that.
But Laura
later.
curses really badly. We have to watch her because
I do. You're gonna have to learn how to edit so you can beep us.
Lord,
Mm-hmm.
there's the ability to do it on EV Mugs. I saw a video today when I was looking for the other stuff. No one curses more than me. Oh, girl! Girl! You've not known me but for 5 or 10 minutes. So I want to know about with a crystal ball thing. Tell me why you chose that handle. And I got to go get another one of these and I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, man. What are you doing in there? You know what? I'm going to see if I can get some of your Arm the World music and play that in the background. I think it would be awesome, don't you? No, it's Super Sippy Friday. This one's cherry. The other one was mango. Don't let anybody lie to you about these Bud Light seltzers. It says that it's cherry. The other one said it was mango. They all taste exactly the same. My My son says it's like they took a Skittle and just waved it over the top of the can and then put the color on the can to say that's the flavor that it is. Red means cherry. Okay, it does smell like cherry. It does.
Did she answer about the handle?
No. No.
Just curious.
Yeah, me too. That's why I asked. You know, when I used to do virtual happy hour on Facebook while COVID was happening, these huggers would come up in this chat and do all manner of things in the chat. We was live and just partying our asses our heinies off.
Oh my god.
And some people would get really super drunk and get annoying. That was never me. I was never drunk and annoying a day in my life. But
Oh my god. Okay. Woo!
not me.
So you can't curse,
Other-
but it's okay to completely lie, like
This
just bald face
Doesn't
lie like
everybody
that.
lie on YouTube? I'm
Yes.
pretty much sure that that's really what happens.
Yeah, that's true. So
Okay.
continue.
So, oh, I can't even see out of these. They're so dirty. So, what was I talking about?
You were talking about how you weren't drunk and obnoxious ever.
Oh, that's right. And we were talking about virtual happy hour during COVID. So, what happened was people would get like stupid drunk because where were we going? We had nowhere to go. Everybody was stuck in the freaking house and we were just all there. This one beige kept getting on and bringing her acoustic guitar out.
Oh no.
And she was playing the acoustic guitar, and she would get loud, and then everybody else would get loud so we could hear each other. And this bass would just keep getting louder and louder while we were all trying to have conversation. And I'm like, yo, you know, I'm old. Like, I'm old, okay? I'm gonna be 61 years old next month. No, not next month, the next month after that, December. Which is almost like next month because it's the 28th. I can't hear anything anybody saying when they're in the same room with me. And then this bass is picking up her acoustic guitar and playing all these folksy, I don't know, you know, Peter, Paul, and Mary songs. And I'm like, yo, how can I offend her so she won't come back?
Because I've never been drunk and obnoxious a day in my life.
Nope.
Ever.
Ever. I have a... Oh, God, I have to clean these glasses so I can read these comments because my... I know, look at that dress. Ain't it amazing? Somebody made that for me. Okay, hold up. I can't see. I can't hear. Today, I thought it was a floater that I saw, and it was a crumb on my cheek. Seriously, if you have any questions about being 60, almost 61 years old, I can tell you all the things that are going to happen to your body parts and in the order that they will happen. Because I've already been through a bunch of it. In the next decade, like when I get to my 70s, I'm probably going to forget what happened and when, nor will I care how it happened. Okay, I have a banjoli or djembe drum. Oh, we have like about, we were just talking about this today. My kid has a whole buttload of drums at my house. My boyfriend has probably 3 or 4. I have one. Valora's got a bunch of them that probably need new heads and shit back. Oh,
Yeah.
there I did it again.
What?
I said the S
Oh,
word.
yeah, you did.
Yep.
See, I can't even recognize when you do it.
This is probably the longest I've gone full sentences without a bunch of cuss words stuck in the middle of them. I don't even know how I'm putting together coherent sentences without cussing.
I don't know either.
It's kind of amazing. Yo, with the crystal ball, please tell me how you picked that name, and do you go troll her? I want to know. But now I'm like a dog with a bone.
She probably.
And if you don't want to tell me, just tell me to s the f up. No, shut the f up. Not s the f up. Shut ain't a bad word. I can say that.
She probably doesn't know who Katie Joy and all that is.
Yo, she just picked with a crystal ball for her name?
Yeah. I bet you.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe she did. I don't troll her. I post videos showing others all about her.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go subscribe. You just got a new subscriber. For sure that's happening. I listen. What do you think about nonsense? I want to know what you think about that nonsense channel.
Oh, God.
I love reality TV. It's just like that, only on YouTube. I listened to her the other day when she had Flava on, and Kindness Joyful is my name. Is that what your channel is called? I think I saw people talking about you before. I saw her, Nonsense did a stream with, and she had None Your Business and Flava on there, and I think another girl named Melissa, and they were talking about Molly. And the thing, and I don't care, I mean, Molly's mildly amusing, but Molly can be nasty towards people, like saying things that I don't really agree with. Like, I heard her say things that were borderline racist and a little bit offensive about other content creators and stuff. And then there's also the whole ego thing that she's got going on. But I mean, she's built a thing over there and she's making money, and go her. Women got to do it wherever they can. But the thing that was interesting to me, is that you? Are you that? Are you ignorance on the web? Oh my God, that's amazing too. Because I was about to subscribe to that, but I haven't done that yet. Nonsense is going after Molly and Facebook, LB and Justin, and I only show her hypocrisies. Oh my God, that's awesome. I'm gonna go. I just got introduced to that channel too. I think Aaron from EKC told me about that. But so I was listening to her talk to all those ladies on Flava, who I feel like has got caught in the crosshairs. Like, I don't think Flava meant to get into that situation that she did. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I started following all of this stuff at late June, early July. Yeah, Nikki cracks me up when she starts talking. She's really funny. And then listen to her laugh, and I just die because she laughs really funny. But anyway, so the Flava thing, I that day when Nonsense was talking to her at the end of the stream, I have notes too, because I took them for Aaron, and I heard her say, "I need to go talk to Katie." And then she stopped that and said, "Wait a minute, no, I don't mean I need to go talk to her. I don't talk to her that often, but I need to send her a message." And I don't even remember what it was about, but that was the thing that I was like, oh, these people are friends. This is a whole big friend thing. And Katie either is paying this woman, or, in my opinion, paying this woman, or they are friends. And so she's got them going after Molly and LB and whoever else says things that Katie doesn't want said about her. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, and the thing with Uni, I feel like Uni does what she wants him to do too. And I feel, I told Aaron, it reminds me of like a script for a Harlequin romance, because all those books are the same, right? And they have like the fill in the blank spots where people just throw different names, and a different pronoun in there. And then this is the story we're going to tell. That's how I feel, that they just pick a target and then they just move on and do their thing. You know what I mean? This is my not-for-profit. Lori Jacobson is
LJ Project Society, and I Am Honest. Nonsense and Uni Rock are KJ's puppets. Yep, that's what I think too. Yep, I agree. Yep, I agree with all of that. It's been an interesting ride to watch this go down because I seriously, in the beginning, I wasn't sure about Nonsense. I didn't know what, if I should trust her or what, because I found Katie Joy first. And I found her because she did all of the commentary about the Sister Wives, and I watched Sister Wives from the beginning. And I thought, when I watched her do that without a crystal ball thing, I thought it was kind of cool. And it was right after, who was that did the thing on Dre first that I saw? Cece Suarez did that. She did the thing on Dre, and then that got me to start watching that, and then I ended up falling down a rabbit hole with Dre and ended up in the live stream with Molly, Justin, and Katie. And that's how it all happened. So I've just been kind of watching it all unfold. And so what I said to Nonsense was, I don't understand the timeline. I don't get what happened. And so I can't make an informed decision on who I think screwed around with who. And can somebody just give me a straight up timeline? And then the longer that I listened, I started to figure out, okay, so this is a sort of a us against them kind of thing. And who is the one that seems to be the one that's starting the most crap to me, and who seems to go after people over and over again. And then I started to realize that there were different targets and they were treated the exact same way each time, which is why I said the Harlequin romance thing. It's like, okay, so let's screw with this person and we're going to do it this way to do that. And it's like a script, and then they just drop the person that's the target, and they continue to go after that person that way. That's what it seemed to me anyway. They triggered me into creating this channel. Kindness Joyful has her own email and it's completely different. I've been watching Sister Wife since the beginning. I know I started too. It was to watch recently the stuff with Christine and her talk about truly being 12. I remember when that kid was born. I can't believe it's been that long. It's crazy to me. I've been watching it that long too. And I thought that Katie was doing a great job with her commentary on it. But then when I started to see all the other stuff that she had going on, the stuff with Toddy and with 7M and with what was it, Steve McCrae and those Christian people. I can't remember those Christian people's names.
The Grizzlies?
The Grizzlies, yep.
Or something like that.
Yep. KJ wanted to take over since she was the biggest, and when she didn't get her way, she pulled out the minions and started going after everyone. KJ is the worst and the one who needs to be gone. Yeah, Pathos, because that salty feminist writer lady talks about the time they were in Pathos together. It's funny to me because what it really reminds me of, and I told this to Ballora, because we've been friends for a really long time, like 20-something years, or close to a little over that at this point. In the early days of Yahoo, there were tons of pagan groups in Pasco County, and it reminds me of that. Only everybody had to be a keyboard warrior then, right? You couldn't just make these kind of videos or go live and talk crap about each other. You had to actually type the stuff out. And it reminds me of that on steroids, because everybody can just, talk stuff to each other and about each other and just make stuff up, I'm never going to lie. I popped into their chats and stuff and said what I thought. Straight up yesterday, I went into Nonsense's channel and I didn't realize I was in her channel, and I'm glad I did it in a way, because it's really what I think. I told Nonsense, I think you're her friend, and I think you're doing this on purpose. And I thought I was telling it to Molly.
who I'm really not a fan of, you know, like I can take her or leave her. I'm not gonna go dog her on her channel or anything because it's her gig, but I don't like that they come for her. They come for her so strong all the time. And to me, it's this whole hypocrisy of the stuff that Katie does. Watching her Llama Girls videos about Katie where she does the little snips of them and shows you the things that she's said and done. It's messed up. And there's some things that I flat out saw while I watched her before I even knew it, and it just kind of flew over my head. But then as they started showing the videos again, I'm like, this girl is a little jealous of other people who get views. And I thought the internet is this really huge entity, and so is YouTube. And you know what first brought me to YouTube was watching people talk about anti-MLM stuff. I ended up watching a lot of Savannah Marie stuff and Cece Suarez, and again, like I said, Cece turned me on to Dre just because I watched her with her vegan alkaline diet, and then I watched her take spoonfuls of kratom on her live streams, and I was like, this woman is freaking, like, big spoons of kratom, just throwing it down her throat and then chugging out of a big giant water container and swallowing water.
Who was doing that?
That guy that tried to hurt himself. Yeah, his wife.
Oh.
When she was talking about the vegan alkaline diet, and Cece Suarez posted the video about it because it was all about the paparazzi jewelry and how they had the lead, nickel, and cadmium in it, and how she said what you had said about all of that stuff and how it can make you go crazy. And she even said the same thing you said. Like, sometimes there's no coming back from that stuff. But, you know, Dre's making...
Yeah, lead poisoning basically eats your brain.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get better after that.
It's where KJ... Oh, yeah, with Steve McRae. Oh, that... Okay, with Steve McRae, and killed their whole channel and took the... That's what happened? KJ has 60 posts and 5 videos after she bragged about test drive. Oh, I know, the Lexus. So she said needs money. The Lexus, and then she played on everybody's heartstrings with the whole I need a big enough vehicle for my son's wheelchair. Never mind, the kid slams her door when he wants to talk to her, and she says she's busy recording, and you can hear him running away, and she needs room for the kid's freaking wheelchair. But he's like, I need to talk to you. I'm recording. Ah! Slam, boom, 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 as he runs away. But he needs a wheelchair. Okay then. It was crazy. Look at how I went through that whole diatribe, and I really didn't cuss but that one time, and I caught myself.
I wasn't really listening, so I have no idea if you cussed or not.
I am so disappointed right now.
I could not care less if any of these people fell into the ocean tomorrow.
Yeah,
I just don't.
Laura
care.
doesn't understand why I'm invested in any of this stuff, and mostly that's because Laura. Okay, so here's the thing with Laura.
God, here we go.
So she does, on the surface, Ballora doesn't like drama on the surface. But if Ballora wants somebody messed with, she waits until I get into like one of these kind of states, and then she suggests things like,
That's what I would say.
I would say that. And I'm like, yo, you want me to say it? I'll say it. I'll say it to anybody. So tonight I'll just be like Michelle Sabate and go live for 6 hours.
Oh my God.
Need a little cocaine to get through this.
Oh, the advertisers are gonna love that.
But was it really cocaine?
I don't know that it matters if it
Sure it does. Because, okay, so
snorting a
on,
fake line or
on
not.
SVU, do they not do cocaine?
I guess so.
Okay. And right now it's 8 o'clock. That all the kids should be in bed.
Jesus. Oh.
I feel sorry for that kid. The freaking daddy is the one that takes care of him, and he's a white supremacist with his Odin stuff he's got going on. He's killing me with that. Don't forget to delete the stream right after, although please leave the gun off the screen. Oh my God! Yep. I won't be I don't have any, I just have some lip gloss. That was craziness. At first, I thought, I feel sorry for that lady. And maybe I should try to make friends with her. And then I watched a few more of her live streams, and I was like, and that's too much crazy even for me.
Who was that?
Her name is Michelle Sabate.
Yeah, she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Like Michelle, she needs help. Like, somebody should get her like serious. I'm worried for her help.
Oh,
And I'm being totally serious about that right now.
okay.
So I won't even like touch that stuff. I mean, there are other content creators that talk about her, but that's because she's doxed them.
Ugh.
Yeah. So, but that's why I don't care. People could dox me all they want. I'm all over the internet anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. But even if I wasn't, I don't know, I can't say that's true. I was going to say if I wasn't, and she did that to me, I don't know that I would make content about her, because I feel bad for her. And I really feel like she's hanging on by a thread. And I feel like she's being used by some content creators, which I'm not going to say right now, but afterwards, if you remind me, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I just feel like that's happening, and I worry for her. I worry that, because she, like this lady just said, Lori just said, six beers, shot of a 6-pack. She had a gun on her countertop that people clearly saw. She's had cops come to her house, and she's gone live while they were there, and clearly altered in some fashion.
Yeah.
You know, like it looks like to me, because somebody who takes Xanax occasionally, there's some kind of narcotics and alcohol involved on a person that already is kind of needing more than what Xanax can do for somebody with that kind of a mental illness. And the only reason why I'm even saying that I think she has a mental illness, because I am not a doctor, is because I live with people that had mental illnesses, and I'm fearful for her. Amber's making money off of her. Yeah, I don't know who Amber is for sure. I'm getting so confused with all of the people. Penelope too, and but she supposedly doxed Penelope, and so I don't know, you know, what all is happening. Lithium, is that what she's taking? Lithium? Did she say that on her page? All I know is I've seen her go live before I've gone to sleep at night, you know, 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then I wake up and it's 5:30 in the morning and she's still going. So that suggests some kind of artificially induced stamina. Look at how good I did just there. That was amazing. YouTube is teaching me to have a lot of self-control.
Oh boy. Yeah, well, you know, everything you're saying is, of course, just conjecture.
Yeah, it's already on there. Drunken rambling, it's all my opinion, fact check, fair use, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
It's already on there in the ticker.
Yep.
Because-
You're not accusing anybody of
No,
anything.
and my heart goes out to her. It really does, because I think she needs help. And if I was like that, I would hope somebody would say that to me too. Well, somebody did. Well, Laura did when I laid on the floor after I told everybody I was going to burn my house down. Well, you did.
Yeah.
After I said I wanted to be Baker acted.
Yeah, that's
There was
not.
that.
I talked you out of that.
Yep.
That was a bad idea.
I just had like a hot flash, and I'm not even going through menopause. It's the alcohol.
Yeah.
It's
I reached over with the broom and patted you on the back. There. Stop.
Yeah, well, the broom was the only thing anybody could touch me with, because I was threatening to kill everybody that night. It was bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel bad for her, and that's why, because I can totally understand what it's like to have a break. And she's going through all that stuff with her divorce and everything. I just, it's a recipe for freaking disaster. Still not cussing. It is my bedtime. Thank you for the live. Was fun. I go live mornings with Minecraft. I'm a gamer. Oh, right on. I haven't figured all that out yet. I'm trying to learn that with this EV Mux thing. I don't know really. I was learning today how to share my screen because I would like to do that with my Sims too. It was nice to meet you though. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go subscribe. Thanks for popping in.
Good night.
Good night. And I'm still drinking, so I'm still sitting. And I know there's somebody else in here, but they ain't talking. It's okay. It doesn't matter. I have you to annoy.
I'm the other person in the room.
Are you really?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Because I'm watching. Well, let's see if I click out if your number goes down.
It
But-
will. My friends forget. So there's one now.
Well, then there's because I just
There's a
clicked out.
lurker. You lurkers. Who's lurking? Who's lurking?
Say hi.
Say something. Talk to me. I need attention. Because I'm the centaur of attention. It's probably Bob. Nope, now it's 0. That was you. That was you. It's okay.
It's really kind of bizarre sitting here listening to you and looking at the screen at the same time because there's a delay. So
Yeah.
I'm like watching you, and then like a minute later you're doing the same things on the screen that you did a minute ago.
I know that's what happens with Aaron too. So if I watch it on the TV and then I'll have it open on here too. Well, on YouTube, not whatever. So I'm watching on the TV. I have YouTube open because I'm going to be able to comment when she's talking, and it's a delay. And I watch her do the same thing. It's really funny. I don't know why. I guess maybe that gives us time as content creators to be able to decide if we're going to let something ride through as a comment or not.
Yeah, probably. Like if you had, like if I was logged in as a administrator or something, I could moderate the comments.
Yeah, you could be a.
Or bleep you.
Oh, that would be so good. Kristen sent me some 70s music from St. Louis to listen to today. I am going to put this out. I'm going to share this on Twitter. Come drink with me, baches. Look at I didn't cuss. I still didn't cuss. Aw, thanks, Erin. She's like, I would totally come out here and take you up on this if I wasn't stuck at work all night. That's cool.
What's that?
Erin messaged me on Twitter because I posted out there that I was going live and I was trying not to cuss. She said I would totally be out there if I wasn't working. I think she works in a bar or something, the way she was talking about all the drinks. Oh, when I was young. I worked in a bar when I was young too. I tried to work in a bar when I was old and I couldn't handle it. It was so hard. Literally, when I did that one night at the Edge, I was in bed for 2 straight days after that. I'm not even making it up. It was so bad. And I even wore, had my Harley Davidson laced up boots on that were hot. They were up to my ankles with non-slip soles. They didn't put. Did you ever work in a bar?
No.
So usually behind the bar.
The rubber mats?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them.
No.
They didn't have,
Terrazzo.
what? They didn't have rubber mats for
No.
the bartenders?
No.
Well, that sucks.
It was terrible. And it was that, have you ever been in, did you ever go into that bar? So it was a U-shaped bar with the cash register and the island in the middle. And they had no beer coolers at all. They were all the coffin cases with the hoses at the bottom where the water drained into the drain at the bottom.
Ugh.
And so she had a bar manager in there. He did nothing. He would sit there and he got just to keep the bar open and closed. So he was the guy that opened and closed the bar all night, and he would just bark at me and drink. And he got to drink half price beers, and he was drinking freaking Budweiser, so it was cheap ass beer. And then when I needed ice, literally, I had to go get the ice myself and carry the 5-gallon Home Depot bucket full of ice back to the coffin cooler and dump it in there. And then at the end of the night, you had to take all that, or you covered it with like a tarp or something to keep it all that way. But yeah, it was horrific.
Yeah.
And you got shift pay, $20 plus your tips, and that's all you got.
Fuck all. Oh, sorry.
God, I'm the one that said I wasn't gonna cuss. So you're allowed to cuss.
And I'm not even drinking. Sorry.
The first bartending job I ever had was in Tarpon Springs, Florida, and I made $6.50 an
I keep
hour.
forgetting that this is being recorded. Is why.
That's good. That's what we want it to be. We don't have to be just BSing at this point because no one's out there anyway.
Yeah.
Eventually somebody will pop on, but it was so bad. It was so bad. And so literally I came in that night. It was a Saturday. She started me on a Saturday night.
With no training.
None. She brought me. I mean, it was just
That's
beer
just
and wine.
ridiculous.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just beer and wine. But she brought me in that Saturday. Said, "Here's how you ring everything up. Here's the amounts for each thing." And then she said she had a camera above the cash register, I guess, to make sure you weren't stealing. And I'm like, well, I don't steal, but well, okay. And then I put a post out on Pasco Pagans, and almost every single Pasco Pagan that I knew personally showed up at the bar that night. It was probably one of their best nights they ever had. I'll guarantee you, because Mary and probably 35 other freaking people showed up that didn't normally come in there. And so here's how you ring it up. I worked the last hour of the person that was on the daytime with her, and then I had the bar to myself. And when it was over, he followed me around and said, "You didn't clean the bathroom. You didn't empty the trash. You didn't move those chairs over. You didn't do this." And finally, I turned around and looked at him and I said, "Yo, here's the thing, okay? I haven't worked in a bar since 1986. I had no training. No one gave me a list of what I'm supposed to do to open or close this place. And I don't need you following me around and like, this is how we did it too, okay? Shut it down. Shut it down. So now I'm shutting it down and I'm doing whatever I can remember from 1986 to close the bar down. And when I thought I was done, he looked at me and he goes, "Do you think you're done?" And I said, "Yes." And he goes, "No, you're not. You didn't do this and you didn't do that. And I shouldn't have to come around behind you and tell you this and tell you that." And I was like,
I would have walked right out.
well, I did. I was like, "Oh, I'm done. And I ain't coming back."
Good.
And then as soon as I got in bed, I text her. I said, "Thanks for the opportunity, but I ain't doing that again."
Did you tell her about the dude that
I did. I said, "I don't know who he is or what you got going on with him." I said, "But he's an idiot." I said, "You literally brought me in there, gave me the girl that was going off the shift, and then didn't tell me what was required of me." The last bar, the opener cleaned the bathrooms at the last bar I worked at.
Yeah.
That wasn't the job of the closer.
Yeah. Well,
And coffin cases that only had, you just put ice in them things. That was it. I can't even imagine the amount of ick on the bottom of those cases because
Yeah.
they were just tossing ice in them over and over again.
Ugh.
And that, I mean, when was the last time y'all took everything out of there? Really? But where were they going to put the beer? So there was no way to do that because you had to keep it cold for in the morning time when the next person came in to do, because that bar opened at 10. So we didn't have that in any bar I ever worked in because, ew, right?
Yeah.
So unless you're on a beach somewhere where you've got people that are facing beachside, and then at the end of the night, you're like letting that by 10, 11 o'clock, you're letting the ice just go so that all of that comes out. And then they have to scrub that out at the end of the night because it might just be water, but your hands are going in there over and over again, pulling
And the
out
beer labels. and
Yes.
all- yeah.
It's disgusting what's in there.
Yes.
I was like, no, not for $20. And
So it was just beer and wine though. You didn't have to do cocktails at
Mm-mm.
least. That's good.
we made dump cakes in the friggin' microwave for people if it was their birthday.
Okay.
It was so gross. But it was a fun bar, and it was right down the street from my house. And when I would go in there, I had a good time. Because we could just walk.
Yeah.
Bob and I would just walk down
Is
there.
it closed now?
Yeah, some guy bought it, and he's living in it.
Ugh.
He turned it in, he said, there's an apartment. Did you know there was an apartment on the side? And I was like, what? And he said, yeah. He goes, I think they were using it for storage. So that was where all the beer was that was piled up inside. Like they had cases of beer, and it was in that. And I never even went further than just in to grab a case. But yeah. And so he turned it into a house.
Wow. Okay.
Well, it had a full. You could there was enough electric and water to make a kitchen and shit in there. Yeah. One of the best stories though from just going in there was one time I was in there for a happy hour. I think it was early. We might right around 2009, and my dad wanted to go down, so him and I went down there one day. And we were just sitting. They loved my dad. He always made friends with everybody. You know what I mean? It was just really kind of funny. So we're sitting in the bar, and it started getting busier and busier and busier, and all of a sudden there was this lady, and she was like, I need to open up the back door to the top, because they had one of those barn door kind of things that the top opened and the bottom didn't.
Yeah.
And she said, and I need the bucket. And I was like, what is going on? And all of a sudden, her horse was like, had his head through the door, and they had the bucket full of water, and the horse was drinking water at the bar while she was in there drinking inside.
Wow. Okay.
And the horse just stood there and watched while everybody was drinking and
Wow.
shit. People took stuff over to it, like peanut butter crackers and stuff. The horse ate it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It was funny. I saw all kinds of crazy stuff in there.
It sounds like it.
Me and Patrick and Lucinda and Cody and Frankie and Bob would go up there for karaoke night. And there was one guy that liked to dance to, and his girlfriend would sing, "These boots aren't made for walking."
Oh god. Was it great?
It was awesome.
I can just picture how fantastic that was. And in my head, I can see it perfectly.
They got struck, but I put it on as a private video, and I danced to it, and I sent it to Patrick one time when I was down in Bradenton, where I was dancing the way he danced.
Oh my god.
Remember how he danced, Patrick? These boots are made for walking. Are you listening to me? Come in the hallway and show Michelle how that guy danced. Yes. If I come in there and you have your computer on, I'm gonna punch you in the kidney. I'm coming. Right now. I'm coming right now.
Advertisers are gonna love this.
Punch you in the kidney? All right, like it's 8:22 and I'm tired of not cussing, so I gotta go. Bye.